Hey everybody, welcome back to Rain and Pours. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video and I'm going to be showing you how to choose color palettes with the Adobe Color website. So a couple of days ago, Karen Durishan posted a post in the Sheleeart community group, which was really helpful in showing people the relationship between colors using graphic representations. And I wanted to take that a little bit further and expand on that a little bit more, as there's an interactive tool to be able to do that. And that's called Adobe Color. So if you type that into your Google search bar, it will come up as the first option and it will say Adobe Color, Color Wheel, or Color Palette Generator. So if we click on that, and the website is color.adobe.com/create/color-wheel. And this is what it brings up. So this is an analogous color combination. Now on the side here where my mouse is, there is Apply Color Harmony Rule, and that's going to change the relationship between the colors that's being displayed in the wheel. So for example, this one is analogous, which means it's got 5 colors equally spaced apart. If we choose monochromatic, it's going to choose 5 colors along the single color path. So they're all at different brightnesses or hues and saturations. We can do a triad relationship where it's going to pick 3 complementing or contrasting colors. Complementary colors, opposites on the color wheel. We can do split complementary, double split complementary, so you've got a whole heap of options here. Square rule, compound rule, shades, so all variations of the one color, and custom. So let's go to analogous for this demonstration, and this color in the middle with the triangle around the circle is our base color. Now everything around that is going to change in relation to that base. So if we click and drag this pink color here outwards, the base is going to stay the same, but the other colors are going to change. And if we drag outwards around the circle, it's going to change the color. And if we drag inwards or just one of those colors, it's only going to change the brightness and saturation of that one color. So if we wanted to change which color is the base, all we have to do is click on the bottom triangle here, and it's going to change the colors in relation to that base and put 2 colors this way and 2 colors this way. Now if we were to do a complementary relationship, it's going to pick 5 colors on the same line. We can choose to move this color inwards if we wanted a more pastel color, this one down, and then move these back out. And because they're always on the same line, because they're complementary colors, you're only going to get shades of orange and blue for this one. But by moving this around, we're going to get reds and greens, pinks and greens, and you can move any one of these to change the relationship of those colors. So that's the color wheel. Down here you've got color modes. You can choose CMYK, which is useful for printers, anybody doing graphic work, to make sure that your colors work on a printer. You've got hue, saturation and brightness, so you can change it like that. And you've also got lab. Lab mode is used in Adobe products in their suites, and it's a method of rendering color that's far more vibrant and far more hyper-realistic, and it's mainly used for digital display rather than printing. A lot of printers can't print in lab mode. There are some high-end printers that can, but you can't access them as a consumer. So different options to consider there. Let's leave it as RGB. Then we can go to extract theme, and if we click here, select a file from your computer, or you can drag and drop it onto there. This will select 5 colors from your image and give you a color scheme for it. Now there's handy little icons next to this. You can copy that color combination, that color hex code it's called, and you can paste that directly into your image editing software to generate that color. This will help you select different variations of colors in your image. So let's set it on colorful, and you can change any one of these you like. If you'd like to pull colors from a sunset, for example, to mix up yourself, you can do that, and this is the best way to isolate each color. So you can see here there are different pixels in here, and just by moving this aside, I'm picking up each individual pixel. And that's what it's looking at. That crosshair, right where that crosshair meets, that is the individual pixel color it is picking up. So that is the image picker. You can also extract a gradient. So if you wanted to pick a gradient from your pour, for example, again for a sunset, you can change how many stops that gradient has, and it's going to make it much smoother. And so this one is going from light blue to black, and it's going to show you all of the colors in that gradient and the values for those as well. So as you can see here, you've got the gradient, and by moving one of these sliders, you can change how harsh that gradient is. So by moving it right on a point, you'll create a very harsh line between the 2 colors, and by moving it further away or straight in the middle is going to give you the smoothest gradient. This little button up here changes how many stops there are in your gradient to a maximum of 15. and you can go all the way down to 2. So that's the simplest way to do that. And lastly is accessibility tools. So this is used to check if your colors are safe to be printed for people that are colorblind or used in applications where colorblind people might be viewing it. It's just a really simple tool to make sure that all of the colors you're using can be seen by those who may be colorblind. Then you've got the contrast checker. This is for using text or print on a background that is colored, and it will show you whether your color as the background is going to cause an issue for people reading the text on top. So you can change here your color, close that down, and because it's using hex values, if you were to say brighten this up and darken this down, your colors are too close in relation to each other and it's very difficult to read or see. So by bringing up the brightness of that one and bringing the darkness down on this one, it's going to create a high contrast image and it's going to make everything easier to read, as it says here. Now, if you are happy with what you've exported and you've printed out and you're happy with this color combination, for example, you can choose to save your color palette. You will need an Adobe account to do this. It's free to have one and it's super handy. I've had one for a little while because I've used Photoshop in the past, and all you do is click save and it will save a picture of your color palette with the values exactly as it's displayed on the screen. And you can then print that up onto a swatch, paint your colors and mix up your colors and paint them on the A4 sheet right next to the color and try and match it as closely as possible. That's the best way to do that. And yeah, I hope you can play around with this tool, have a look and see what it can do. It is quite powerful, and as I said, it's interactive, so you're not just limited to seeing one image. So if you found this video helpful and you're going to use this in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!